Hi, Doug Richards here for US LawShield. I want to talk today a little bit about summer traveling and using Airbnb or those sorts of rentals when you're traveling and visiting different places, and specifically if you're coming to Colorado, because lots of folks come to Colorado in the summertime and they rent homes or apartments and condos. And one of the questions I get a lot is whether or not can I bring my firearm into the Airbnb. Now, one thing you need to understand is that Colorado law is silent on whether or not the private property owner can prohibit a renter from bringing a firearm into their home. So how I would interpret that is that they could do it, because the same law that allows you to carry concealed or to carry a firearm on private property allows the private property owner to prevent you from having a firearm on their property. So if you go into a rental home or you go into any private property for that matter, and there's a no firearm sign, that means no firearms. And you can be charged with trespass if you have a firearm on you and you refuse to leave. So be very careful. You can end up in trouble. And obviously, if you have a concealed handgun license and you end up with a trespass charge related to a firearm violation, you're going to lose your CCW as well. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you have a Airbnb rental, the contract that you sign says that you are going to let the property owner know whether or not you're going to have firearms on the property. And there's the section within the reservation form where you can communicate back and forth with the property owner, and you can let them know this. Now, if they decide that they don't want you to have the firearms on the property, they can cancel your contract with them, and they can do that at the last minute. So you might show up, and if they're there to greet you, for example, or maybe they own one half of the property and they're renting out the other half, and they see you have firearms and they don't want you to have firearms there and you haven't pre-cleared it, they can cancel your reservation on you, and with no penalties, and suddenly you're left without a place to stay. So in this situation, it's really best to be very forthcoming with the folks that you're going to be staying with. And if they don't want a firearms owner, then you should find someone who appreciates Second Amendment advocates. So if you have any questions about this or your summer travels, especially summer travels to Colorado, do not hesitate to call me at my office. Always happy to talk to US LawShield members about this or anything else that's on their mind. Thank you.